Hey everyone, it's your local hero Advent here today, and this is going to be my new form of content. It's just me kicking back and talking about whatever in kaiju media interests me. So I hope you guys like it. Be sure to tell me at the end of the video what you all think. But anyways,
今日の怪獣はGakuma desu.
John!
I'm sure everyone, when rewatching a TV show, has an episode or two they skip for one. And for me, that was episode 2 of Tiga, or Gakuma's episode. Now, there's a couple things I want to talk about. So first, let's get into why I didn't like Gakuma. And to put it simply, I just thought Gakuma was kind of boring. And that kind of goes into more of what I like in the Ultraman show. And that is the character of the monsters. I've always loved how shows like Tiga and the original Ultraman 66 show gave its monsters often like a memorable story. They had a motivation, like sometimes like an origin, and maybe explanation for the powers and stuff like that. And like, for example, like Red King was a bully. Seabalance just wanted peace, and Pigmon was a friendly little guy. Each monster felt they weren't just a generic enemy, not just an obstacle for some other story. It was like, they felt like kind of like characters. You could tell different specific kinds of stories. And so to sum all this up, Gakuma just didn't do any of that very well for me. Now on to the second thing, which I call second episode syndrome, which is a simple concept. Sometimes episode 2 is just a repeat of the information in episode 1. And for whatever reason, I think I've noticed this problem with Ultraman happening a lot. And I guess it's the show is still letting the audience test the waters before changing things up for episode 3, but it's still just kind of boring. But now, onward to the episode itself, and how wrong I was. To put it in simple terms, this episode didn't suffer second episode syndrome at all. For being a single episode, it seems to do a lot, which would explain why Gakuma doesn't get a lot of spotlight. To recall everything that happens in this episode, 1, we have Guts powering up to fight monsters, and getting a complete kill without Tiga's help. 2, Daigo confronts the fact that he has to become light. And 3, Ultraman is being called, well, Ultraman. And 4, the twist of 2 Gakumas is actually pretty well done. Now, the main scene I want to focus on is Daigo's scenes regarding Tiga. So first we have Yazumi accurately deducing how Tiga's type changes work and just the overall nature of Ultraman. This excellently informs new and old fans the rules of Tiga and Ultraman, not to mention making Yazumi seem quite smart. Also, if you've watched the Johnny's version of Tiga, this scene would be cut entirely because both Daigo and Yazumi are Johnny's actors. So, and then after an action scene to break up this pace, Daigo has a conversation with Muzari, and she tells him that he is Tiga now, but Daigo expresses a deep reluctance to be Tiga, even throwing the sparklets on the floor, at least before Yazumi comes back, and then he's suddenly okay with being Tiga again. I think some people will look at that scene and think Daigo suddenly changing up motivations is just bad writing, but I'm pointing this out because it's actually good writing. And it's a writing technique I've learned about. When writing a scene, the idea is to make sure every character in the scene wants something different. Why? Because that's what makes scenes exciting. And I've noticed this technique in pretty much every movie. Keep an eye out for it. You know what will make the scene boring? If Daigo and Yuzari were just completely agreeing. That's why Daigo switches motivations right when Yazumi enters the room, because now there's suspense and conflict. Yazumi could have took the sparklings, done who knows what with it, or found out he was Tiga. A bunch of characters standing around and talking in a room, just agreeing on everything, that would be completely boring. And there's one more scene I want to highlight, and that's Tiga almost being turned to stone. The CGI is dated, but it's still a really cool scene. There's a creeping realization here that Tiga could become stone again. It's like a callback to the first episode, but done in a different way. He even uses type change to escape, similar to episode 1. Again, this kind of brings it all back to my original point. this episode, it still relays some information from episode 1, but it still does it in a compelling way. And that's what I'm impressed with. That's all I have for today. I hope you guys liked this video, so I'm going to try to make an effort to make Ultraman videos again. And hopefully I'll have stuff covering a range of Ultraman topics and other kaiju stuff. I've got a list of videos right now, so hopefully I can get them done quickly, since these are all meant to be short videos, and you'll be able to see stuff from me throughout the week. And if you guys have anything you'd like me to talk about, please let me know in the comments.